Welcome to Closed by Carly. My name is Carly Booth and I'm your future real estate agent. Okay guys, so today we're going to be discussing how to buy a home, what to do, what not to do, and what are we going to do to get there. Number one, get your finances and credit together. First of all, if you are renting already, you know what you can afford monthly. If you're not renting, then it is kind of hard. So look at your budget, look at how much you're making, and just figure out what would be good for you monthly. Number two, get your credit together. It doesn't need to be perfect by any means. It doesn't need to be a 700 or anything like that. I know a lot of different companies that do 580 and above, so it really just depends. Number three, find a lender, get pre-approved. I recommend going to somebody local, of course. Going to these big companies, they look great and they seem great, but going with someone local, it's so much more personable and you can go into the office if you need to. If you need to move things faster, they're there to be able to talk to you. Four, work with a real estate agent. It's really easy to think that you can go on Zillow and Realtor or whatever and find this perfect home, but it's not that simple. Find a real estate agent who can help you and who can fit all your needs. Of course, I'm going to tell you to go through me. But you don't have to by any means, but go through your real estate agent, and then what you do is you're going to start shopping around. You're going to tell them what area you want to look into. You're going to have that pre-approval so you'll know how much you can work with. They'll be able to narrow it down and you can find your dream house better that way. Then you're going to put in your offer. At that point, it's really up to you and your real estate agent on what you guys think that you should be offering. If you want to negotiate anything, you're more than willing, of course. And at that point, they may counter offer you, they may accept. That's when it's really good idea to be able to work with a real estate agent who's knowing what they're doing and being able to have your best interests at heart. Okay, and don't be discouraged if they do counter offer you, or if they do negotiate something different. Don't be discouraged if they don't accept it. That's okay. Move on to the next and just keep on pushing. Now, once you get accepted, that's great and that's amazing. So then you need to get a home inspection. It's not required by any means, but it is really good for your safety and for your sanity and for your well-being and your future. At that point, you may have the opportunity to even counterbid. If that sale is not being sold as is, if there is something, say, that is way too much for you and you don't even want to have to think about it, you are able to ask them like, hey, can you guys do this repair for us, or can we lower the price? Stuff like that. You can start renegotiating stuff as well. Okay, next is title search. And the purpose of this is to make sure that the seller has the right to be able to sell the home, and so that it prevents any problems with the buyer taking full possession. And next is the appraisal. And this is required by the lender to make sure that the property meets the value of the loan. Okay, and next is whenever you'll need to get your final commitment from your lender. And this is whenever they're going to go over all your fees, all your requirements, and all the agreements of your loan. Next, you need to turn all your utilities on. Then you'll do a final walkthrough of the property. When you do the final walkthrough of the property, you just want to make sure that everything is still in the same condition as it was when you made the offer. And last, closing. At that point, what you're going to do is you're going to get the deed and then the keys to your home, and pay your closing costs. And at that point, you're a homeowner. Alrighty guys, so I definitely did simplify this down, dumbed it down a whole bunch and made it as simple as possible. But that's really all it needs to be. Don't put any humps in your road to make it some crazy, awful experience. It doesn't need to be. Get with a real estate agent who's going to make this as easy and simple as possible for you. And then just enjoy being a homeowner. Call me today. I would love to help you out. And any questions you have, feel free to ask. I just burped. No. As in sell, as in great. No. To assure that the get make it restart.